Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ashes comparison videos. Here today we're looking at Astrea and Harold Westraven. So if you're looking at the names of the decks they came in, this is the Goddess of Ishra and the Demon of Darmas. So we're going to take a look at some of the changes here. Astrea had quite a few cards that were changed in her deck. Once again, if you've been with me before, old card is on the right, new card is on the left. So in the old card, Astrea had a health of 18 with a battlefield of 5 and a spellboard of 4. The new ability is she has a health of 19 with 4 on both her battlefield and spellboard. Her old ability, when a player would declare attackers, you may place 1 exhaustion token on this card to place 1 exhaustion token on an unexhausted unit you control. If you do, place 1 exhaustion token on a target card. The new ability is Beguile, a main action with an exhaustion and a basic dice. Place 1 exhaustion token on a target unexhausted unit. So that's a lot easier than the old one. Then we have Mark of the Goddess. So the old one was an alteration spell, and the new one is an action spell. The cost changed. The old one was a main action with 2 basic dice. The old one was main action, 2 basic dice. The new one is 1 basic dice main action. So the old one's ability, this spell can only be attached if the player that played it has an open battlefield slot. When attaching this spell, the player that played it places this unit onto their battlefield. And then when this spell leaves play, place this unit back into its owner's battlefield or discard this unit if there is no open slot on the battlefield, and discard this card at the end of the round. The new ability, choose a target unexhausted unit an opponent controls. Deal damage equal to the chosen unit's attack value to another target unit that opponent controls. If the chosen unit is the only unexhausted unit that opponent controls, you may deal that damage to their target Phoenixborn instead. Then we have, first off I'm doing the deck cards first, and then I'm going to do the alteration cards. Summon Steadfast Guardian, both still remain a ready spell and a main action to put out. The old one was after 1 or more exhaustion tokens are placed on a unit you control by the effect of a spell or ability. You may spend either white or pink class and place 1 exhaustion token on this spell to place a Steadfast Guardian conjuration onto your battlefield. And then focus, you may search a target discard pile for 1 card and remove it from the game. The new one is main action, exhaustion, both pink and white class sides. Place a Steadfast Guardian conjuration onto your battlefield, and if you focus 1, you may remove all wound tokens and exhaustion tokens from a target Steadfast Guardian you control. A lot easier. I like that. Then we have Royal Charm. There we go. Both are ready spells. The old one had a main action and a basic to put it into your spell board. The new one is just main action. The old one's ability, after you spend a charm or divine power symbol, you may place 1 exhaustion token on this spell to place that die with that symbol onto a target you control. That die is considered to have been placed by its dice power ability. The new one, after you pay a cost using a charm or divine dice, that's pink or white, on its power side, which is the highest side, you may place that die on this spell if it has no dice on it. With a side action and exhaustion, choose a dice on this spell and resolve its dice power without paying its cost. I like that. Then we have the Imperial Ninja. It's also changed. The old one had a cost of both power and class pink. The new one just has a cost of 2 class pink. The old one, attack 3, life 2, recover 1 on the old card. Now it's attack 2, life 2, recover 1 on the new one. So the old one's ability was interrogate. When this unit deals damage to a Phoenixborn by attacking, name a card. The opponent that controls that Phoenixborn reveals their hand. That opponent must discard all copies of the named card from their hand. New ability. Interrogate. When this unit is declared as an attacker, look at 1 random card in a target opponent's hand. That player may discard 2 cards off the top of their draw pile. If they discard fewer than 2 cards, they must discard the looked at card. We also have the Sun Sister. The cost remains the same. The old one has an attack 2, life 2, recover 2. The new one has attack 2, life 2, recover 1. So the old ability was Resurrect. When this unit leaves play, you may search your discard pile for an ally with a title other than this unit's title and place it into your hand. The new ability is Care 1, it's a side action. Remove 1 wound token from another target unit you control. Then we have Devotion as the last card in the deck to be changed. Still alteration spells with the side action cost of, well, the cost is a little different. It's a white class and basic dice, and the new one is white class and pink class. So the old one's ability gave +2 life and recover +1 on whatever unit you attached it to with a respark of 1. Like we said, respark is gone. And then the old ability was when 1 or more exhaustion tokens are placed on this unit by the effect of a spell, ability, or dice power, you may move 1 of those exhaustion tokens onto this spell. The new ability is this spell can only be attached to a unit you control. When attacking this spell, remove 1 exhaustion token from this unit. The unit now has the following abilities. Alert, do not place exhaustion tokens on this unit as a result of its countering, and Rooted. This unit cannot attack and only has life +1, recover 1. Let's go to the conjurations. First we have the Steadfast Guardian. I thought I did this in order. I did not. Okay, Steadfast Guardian. The old one had an attack 2 and a life 2 with a recover of 0. The new one has an attack of 1, life 3, and recover 1. So the old one, Lift Burdens. When this unit comes into play, you may spend 1 basic magic to remove all exhaustion tokens from a target unit and place them onto this unit. The new one, Unit Guard. This unit may guard the units being attacked. And Alert, do not place exhaustion tokens on this unit as a result of its countering. Then the last card, like I said, she had a lot of cards that were changed, is Lightbringer. The old one had an attack of 1, a life of 2, and a recover of 0. The new one has an attack of 1, a life of 1, and a recover of 0. So the old ability was Infatuate. When this unit comes into play, you may spend 1 basic dice to attach an infatuated conjured alteration spell to a target unit. The new one, still called Infatuate. When this unit comes into play, choose a target opponent. When choosing a main action during their next turn, that opponent must choose an attack action if they control any units that can be declared as an attacker. So those are all the changes that happened to Astrea's deck. Have any concerns, comments, questions? Let me know in the comments below. And see you in a few seconds for Harold Westraven. Alright, now we're taking a look at Harold Westraven. Once again, old card on the right, new card on the left. So he used to have a health of 21 with a battlefield of 5 and a spellboard of 2. He now only has a health of 16 with a battlefield of 7 and a spellboard of 3. His old ability, side action with an exhaustion and a basic dice, attach a Hunter's Mark conjured alteration spell to a target unit. The new one is pretty much, attach a Hunter's Mark conjured alteration spell to a target unit. So basically the same thing, but without the dice cost. So that is Harold Westraven. I am going to leave him up here because people are always like, which one are you talking about again? I can't remember. So the next one we're going to talk about, move him up a little further. There we go. Actually had a name change. And the old one was called Dark Transformation. The new one is called Consume Soul. The old one was a conjured alteration spell. The new one is a reaction spell. So the old one, after attaching this spell, you may select 1 die in your exhausted pool, re-roll it, and place it into your active pool. With Spell Guard, the spell cannot be affected by an opponent's spell, and it gives you +1 on all your stats. The new one costs a basic dice. You may play this spell after a unit an opponent controls is destroyed as a result of an attack you control. Remove 2 wounds and 1 exhaustion token from your Phoenixborn. And I went a little out of order because that is a conjuration, so let me go to the conjurations then. But the new one is not a conjuration, it's a standard card. So the other conjuration we're going to talk about is the Vampire Bat Swarm. So the old one had attack 2, life 3, recover 0. The new one, attack 2, life 1, recover 0. The old one had an ability called Swarm 2. When this unit would deal damage to a Phoenixborn by attacking, you may instead deal 1 damage to up to 2 target units. Also had Relentless. When this unit would receive damage, reduce that damage to 1. And Fleeting, discarded at the end of the round. The new one has Group Tactics 1. After you declare 3 or more attackers, you may add 1 to this target unit's attack value for the remainder of the turn. And then Swarm, when this unit is destroyed, you may spend 1 class black or green to place this unit onto your battlefield. And that was the big conjuration change. Alright, so let's get to the cards in deck. We have the Master Vampire. Now the Master Vampire, on the old one, had a cost. It was a main action with the power black or green, and then class black and class green. And then the new cost is just power black, class green, and then basic. So the old one had attack 3, life 4, recover 1. The new one attack 3, life 4, recover 2. So the old one had Blood Drain 1. When a unit is destroyed as a result of this unit's attack, place 1 status token on this unit, and then had Mesmerize. When this unit becomes blocked or guarded against by a unit, you may remove 1 status token from this unit. If you do, that unit cannot counter for the remainder of the turn. That's a lot to remember. The new one has Stalk. This unit cannot be guarded against, and Life Drain 1. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, you may remove 1 wound token from your unit Phoenixborn. Much easier. Next we have Dark Reaping. So the old one had a main action with 2 black dice class, and the new one has side action with 1 black dice class. The old one, destroy a target unit you control. If you do, select 4 dice in your exhausted pool, reroll them and place them into your active pool. The new one, destroy a unit you control to change 5 dice in your active pool to a side of your choice. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Then we have Transmute Magic. Both are still an action spell, both still a side action. Cost is lower. The old cost was green class, and then X basic, which meant select X dice from your exhausted pool and place them into your active pool on a side of your choice. Change 2 dice in a target player's active pool to a side of your choice. The new one is just swap any number of dice in your exhausted pool with an equal number of dice in your active pool, placing them each on a side of your choice. Change 1 die in each target player's active pool to a side of your choice. It's basically the same thing, just the wording has been cleared up a little bit. Then Adrenaline Rush. Adrenaline Rush used to be a reaction spell with just black class. You may play this spell when you would declare attackers, deal 2 damage to a target unit you control, and remove 1 exhaustion token from that unit. That unit may be declared as an attacker. The new one is an actual action spell, side action with black or green power side on their dice, or a basic. Deal 1 damage to a target unit you control, remove 1 exhaustion token from that unit. So that's Harold Westraven's changes. Any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. And we'll see you next time for 2 more decks in Ashes. And bye, folks.